Fiona Rachel Natocho, a 24-year-old young lady from Mukwanya village in Buhehe sub-county, Busia district, was born with a disability in both her legs.
When I grew up, I think it was around something like 6 to 7 years. Then I came to realize, because by that time I was not going to school, I never studied nursery. Now when I used to go to school when I was now in P1, my friends used to ask me, what happened to you? Then even me now, when I came back, I had to pressurize my mom. Okay, she had to tell me stories which are contradicting.
According to her mother, Natocho believes that her disability is attributed to the misunderstandings between her mother and the stepmother.
Now my mom used to tell me that I remember for me when I got married to your dad, that the dad had planned to introduce the first, to make a wedding with the first wife. So when she realized that I'm in love with her, she was disappointed and the wedding automatically was cancelled. Then my mom got married like that. Time came when she got pregnant, now my pregnancy. So she used to go to this local midwives to massage the stomach. And then now that woman just became a real friend up to now. Whenever she meets me, she just calls me my daughter. Now on that day of delivery, that my stepmom came to that, went where my mom had gone to those local women, those local midwives, and asked, why are you covering your baby? Why is it that you are covering this baby of yours? Is this baby disabled? Why do you hide babies? Why can't you leave people to know? Now in my mom's understanding, she thought, since I made this woman not to wed, it is her who has made my girl to be like that. Why has she asked me this thing when she has not even seen the baby I've given birth to? And truly it is that she's disabled. Now my mom had that mind that this woman is the one who bewitched my daughter when I was still pregnant.
Despite living with this disability, Natocho's education journey was fueled by her natural intelligence, which couldn't make her miss the first 5 positions in class.
I was somehow bright. Now they used to allow me, I cannot miss among the first 5 people in class. Wherever I go, and they used to love me so much. I studied like that.
While in primary 3, Natocho's academic future was dimmed by the death of her father, who had promised to take her to boarding school after being promoted to primary 4.
Time came when my daddy passed on, when I was now in P3. And he had promised me at Rachel, I will take you in boarding in P4, so long as you please me in what you are doing. So long as you just maintain your number 1 or number 2, number 3, that position of yours, I will take you. And I was eager to go in boarding. Now when he passed on, no one to help, my mother was there. He used just to gamble, I just remained in that government school. I just remained there. As he also struggles, he sells some mandas and pays for me school fees like that in those government schools.
When Natocho's mother got sick and left home for a year, life with her stepmother was another difficult moment she faced. The long distances covered, coupled with her disability, made life worse, including the discrimination received from her step-siblings.
When I reached in P4 the following year, my mom got again sick. She had to go to their place and left us here. And for me, the government school which they took me, it's something like 1.5 kilometers, where I used to foot to, and my sisters were near. So because I was looking for quality education, that school was government, but in education, it was working. So I had to remain there. My sisters and brother, they went to my mom's place. For me, they left me with that stepmom of mine. Now we stayed. Now she was doing some business of selling clothes. So there's a friend of hers who used to send her Mukene. Now they gave me the money. That woman gave me the money, and I forgot to give my stepmom the money. Then the son and the daughters, they said, hey, now you are in for it. The other woman left you the money, and for you never told the mommy. You will see how you will travel and take that money to Majanji. And the Majanji from here, it is very far. Now that day they said, even we shall not eat with you. A person who is having, you have no fingers, we cannot share with you food. They started talking to me like that. Unless you take that money to the mommy in the market. I footed from this place, my Romayana, up to, I never reached Majanji, Rio Majanji. But I was almost, they said, road going to Kenya when you're almost, because when that Kenya road, via Rumino, then there is almost approaching Majanji, Kenya road. I used to see now the waters. I said, that is Majanji. Then now when the distance from morning up to the time that stepmom was coming back. And now they were sitting on this, they sit on this fizzles. So when they coming, people told her that, is that not your course daughter? How can she come this end? To reach home, they tell her that Rachel has followed you to bring the money from Mukene. The woman again now had to send a boda. By then it was like a bike now. A boda of a bike which has no seat behind. I sit in this thing in front here. I sat there until they brought me home. And I told her what happened. But she took nothing. She did nothing to them. She just kept quiet, and for me I felt bad because that is isolating. If she would do anything, I would say, she cares. She treats us equally. But she never minded. She just looked at me and kept quiet.
From family to school, her disability stigma was extended by her fellow pupils at school who used to continuously ask about her legs and fingers.
They overlook at you, they wonder, what kind of leg you have? How about your hands? But for me, I was so eager. I was also eager. I wanted also to get some paper. At least I admire people who are whatever, who are educated. I just said, even if they talk, for me, I will just remain there in school. Also, at least I achieve what I want. And life moved on like that, just.
Natocho's education future was brightened even more when she completed primary 7 and the head teacher offered to sponsor her for secondary education level.
I completed my P7. Now the head teacher sponsored me. I went in boarding on that government school freely. After their P7, I went to secondary. I studied like that, but now in secondary, I didn't have such manners of children wondering. For them now, they tend to be mature. They just look and they just understand. They cannot ask you like primary children that what happened to you, what. Some people consider, they ask me that, was it an accident? I tell them, no, for me I was born like that. They told me I was born like that. I don't narrate to them whatever I had. For me, I just said, it's God's plans. For me, I was born like that. I don't know.
Having completed Senior 4 successfully, Natocho never continued for further studies due to inadequate funds, and this was the beginning of her parental journey.
I had a fear that when I get a boyfriend, I will not complete my studies. Now I was fearing, even if they call me, I refuse. I said, and teachers used to love me for that. Even if they came in couples, I'm not there. But among the first performers, I'm there. They really liked me. So, after sitting for Senior 4 in 2015, then the following year, 2016, there was no money. Then I had to sit at home with my mom because there was no money to go for further studying. Now, so I felt like, let me get a boyfriend. I also had to get a boyfriend.
In the process, she had less knowledge about the consequences that come with engaging in sexual activities and had to acquire the human immune virus unknowingly.
Now I was really an amateur. I never knew that you tell somebody that first test whatever we used to call other messages. You know, ladies, for us, some young girls, we fear pregnancy than other infections. So I said, for me, I just went. Kumbe the man was positive, and I had to get the virus.
A young mother-to-be living with disability and HIV, Natocho's maternal experience in the hospital was another itch in the back, where the nurses were not easy on her.
Used to feel like malaria now. I said, this malaria has really attacked me. They took me to the clinic, nothing. Then they said, you go to the government hospital. You know these clinics, they just give you tablets without these village clinics. Just give you tablets without testing anything. Now I had to go. When I reached there, I lined up for the OPD. They took the book. Now as I was waiting for the experts, I saw the TASO people coming. And they came, they said, they began announcing, if you want whatever, you can come here to check on your status. I said, let me check. I've stayed so long without checking. I had to go for the test. Now I moved away. Now I was still waiting for the results. They said, you be moving. I shall be calling. You come and check on us. As I was waiting for the other book, I said, let me go the other side and I check also. To reach there, the woman just told me, first come, you enter this room. And now according to my thinking, I said, whenever they said that enter this room, there is some danger, therefore sensed. Or there is something. When we entered the room, he began giving me guidance, asking me what. Now automatically told me, we have got you with the virus. So are you going to be able to take the drugs? I said, it's fine. It's fine, but in my heart I was saying, this tablet, it is fine. Let me, even if I fear, but I always see my mother taking, because of my dad also died the same. Let me also, to secure my life, I begin taking. I came back from the hospital after them giving me the tablets. I told my mom, then she told me, it is fine, you be taking your tablets well. Don't miss any day. You should take it daily. I also began taking.
Having been in the steering wheel herself, Natocho has some humble advice to her fellow young mothers living with disability and HIV.
My advice which I can give to younger women with the disability and HIV, I said, disability is not inability. When you are staying with your parents and you are willing to do something or studying, you want to prosper in your studies, just tell your parent what we can do. Those whatever jobs in offices, even teaching, whatever job it is, so long as you have the knowledge, you can stay in school and complete your studies. You do what? You can also get a job, so long as you access the right channel and you get that job. Then those ones who with HIV, I advise them not to really fear. Let them, this issue of saying that when I don't eat well, it's not all eating well. Doctors say that even if you are positive living and you have not taken anything, just take your tablet when it is one like that. Take it with a full cup of water and you stay. The following day you may have what to eat. It's not all about that, come here I fear because they say when you are not eating well it will take you badly. No, it is not like, that's not the case. But you also keep on not missing your appointments. So that when you miss appointments, of course you will not have the tablets to take. So you should adhere with the dates they give you, so that you take your tablets well for your longer lasting. My future plans are, when I get married, I also admire, like, however much I didn't prosper in education, but I wish my children also to grow up, but when they're educated, and I wish even my daughter whom I'm having, I always dream that she will one time be a doctor. Even if the mom is not working, but I know I will make it for her. so long as I get a man who can care.